this will be fun, Loren. Like, we haven't really done this. This is just like, we've gotten so many random text messages from people in the last hour. Let's just bang through a couple of them because they're funny. We were talking about you and me, about how I thought for sure that I was Irish and you thought for sure you were Italian.
I mean, I am Italian. I'm just not as Italian as I thought I was. By the way, we are on YouTube Live if you would like to join us.
Great. Go see us. You can go see the green we're wearing. Nicole's wearing green pants. Loren's wearing a green shirt. And I got my hockey sweater on, my Minnesota North Stars hockey sweater. So anyway, in regards to what you thought you were, and then when you did your DNA test, what did you find out you really were? Please, other people text us too, because it's really funny. 704-570-9595. Someone with a 980 area code said, my husband and I did 23andMe. All his life, he thought he was half Italian. He never knew his father and his mom. He never knew his father, and his mom always told him his father was Italian. Turns out he was 0% Italian, but Mexican.
What? 0%? There has to be something wrong with that 23andMe.
And then Diana says, St. Paddy's Day isn't a real holiday, and it's not about celebrating Irish pride. It's actually a darker story behind St. Patrick's Day.
Interesting.
Someone said, where do you find cheer wine ale in stores? I don't want to sound bougie, but they dropped it to us because Cheerwine has been such a huge sponsor of the Maney and Loren show, so we got it delivered to us. I'm not sure where you can find it in the store. Joe in Albemarle says they have Lucky Charm cookies at Walmart by Pillsbury. That's super awesome. You guys should try them. Let's see.
I think Total Wines has the Cheerwine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Food Lion.
Let's see. And somebody texted in and said the best parade is the St. Paddy's Day parade.
That is true.
The St. Paddy's Day parade is really good, but don't sleep on a 4th of July parade. Those are fun. The only problem with the 4th of July parade is that it's hot.
The only time I ever remember seeing a 4th of July parade is when I was stuck in the 4th of July parade because, like in the traffic for it, because my husband had dislocated his shoulder backwards at a lake, and I was trying to get him to the emergency room.
What was he doing in the lake on St. Paddy's Day?
No, 4th of July. Sorry, 4th of July.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, it's crazy. Like New York City, a huge city, and there's tons. It's a melting pot, obviously. Tons of different cultures. A Dominican Day Parade, Puerto Rican Day Parade, Italian Parade. I mean, and at one point, I remember I was listening to Howard going to college, and Howard's like, I couldn't even get in today. He's like, what is it? And
What day is today?
Robin, his co-host, is like, today's like the Amish Parade Day. Yeah. He's like, what? Are you kidding me? And then let's see, some other text messages coming in. Someone said, I did 23andMe. I thought I was Indian. Turns out I'm French and German with a little bit of Finnish. Someone said they need to get a picture tonight with me in Waxhaw. Yes, I will be out there in Waxhaw.
I might come out.
And our friend Jason in Belmont says that the Food Lion has the Cheerwine and beer combo.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were in the Uptown Charlotte St. Paddy's Day Parade and we went in a giant green thing?
Yeah, and I was pregnant and inhaling exhaust the entire time.
So let me just tell the story real quick and then we'll get out of here. So this is like 2018. And Roy, Loren, and I have the brilliant idea of, like, not only do we want to be in the St. Paddy's Day Parade, but we need something big and green. So we find a military truck that was parked in a parking lot in front of a gun store on, like, 74. So we reach out to them. Like, I've driven past it 100 times. So we call them, and the guy that answers is like, yellow. And I go, hey, it's Maney from Beasley Media Group. We're wondering if does that truck out front work? He's like, I sure does. And we're like, hey, do you mind if we use that in the St. Paddy's Day Parade? He's like, boy, what you trying to fool me for? He's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
This is how it went down. Turns out it's a military troop carrier, and he lets us use it for St. Paddy's Day. But like Loren said, I mean, it was not in good tip-top shape. It was an old vehicle.
That truck definitely did not pass an admissions test.
I don't think he ever took it. And what's even funnier is the awesome guy who drove us looked like he was 50, maybe 60 years old. Yeah. Super Southern guy, and he and Roy hit it off.
So Roy and him started talking, and they figured that they went to the same high school.
In Roanoke.
And Roy asked him what year he graduated because he was sure that he was older than he was. And he was younger than Roy.
No, I think he graduated like only 2 years earlier. Like he had the same teachers as Roy.
And we were like, there's no way that you guys are that close in age. Did he fail 4 times?
It was so funny. Last text, and then we'll get out of here. We did Ancestry.com and found out that I'm half Scottish and half English. And the marriage between English and Scottish ancestors happened the same year as the Battle of Culloden, Loren. And go look up the Battle of Culloden. It's very, very interesting.
Will do.
Okay.
Ace and TJ are up next. Join us on YouTube Live.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
They're funny. I like these. Those are much better than whatever the little leprechaun is singing.
Okay. Well, they're rotating them.
Yeah. But the jokes are funny.
In 5th grade, we had a heritage project, and I thought I was French, so I made my dad make homemade creme brulee with no experience for a class of 20. Later in life, found out we were only like 2% French.
Remember the chicks who called in and said that her and her sister got a tattoo? And
No. Well, I
you
already
don't
like the
remember
way
this?
this is going.
Her and her sister got a tattoo of like, I don't know if it was a flag or something in the native tongue or whatever, but they got it and then they went home and showed their dad because they were like so proud of it. And the dad was like, "Why did you get that?" And they were like, "Because we're."
He was lying.
Yeah, because and the girls were like, "Because like we're I don't know, Italian or Irish or whatever." And he goes, "No, we're not." And she goes, "Yes, we are. We did a whole project on it in school, and you told us we were, whatever that was." And he was like, "Oh, I don't really know what we are. I was just making that up."
Lying.
That's funny.
Austin says that he texted us. Our radio quality is not the same as YouTube. He said your quality is so good on there; it's crystal clear.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's our buddy Austin. Nicole, say hi to Austin, your friend.
Hi, Austin.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Hey, send me Elena's number. I'd like to get your friend Elena on.
Oh, you're not going to be able to do it that way. I just thought about that.
Will she call us?
I don't know if she can.
Oh, just call her on your phone then, I guess.
Wait, I guess she could from her WhatsApp. Hold on.
All right, we're going to get Lorenzo Pair Elena on. Because nothing says St. Patty's Day like talking to our Italian friend. I'm surprised we didn't hear from Scotty today. I know he's Scottish, but still, the bagpipes are actually a Scottish. I figured he would call in and say that the Irish stole the bagpipes from him or have some sort of funny Irish joke. All right, welcome to a Rap Party Podcast, everybody. Today is Friday. It is St. Patty's Day. And
the phone's X'd out.
Oh, are you going to call her?
No, but I was going to have to call.
We are going to talk to Loren's au pair friend Elena.
She's not my au pair anymore.
Okay, well, she's your friend.
She was my first.
And she lives in Italy, so I have a couple questions for her.
Okay.
But anyway, before we get to that, Nicole is in here. We're all wearing green. I love that. You have a doctor's appointment today, though, so you will not be celebrating St. Patty's Day unless you come out of your doctor's appointment feeling like you should. Now,
like we solved something.
There's two things that can happen.
Yeah.
One, you can go to the doctor and you can think that whatever issue you think you're not having, and you can drink in celebration. Two, you can come out of the doctor and find out that there is an issue, and you can go drinking to get rid of that feeling. You could quell that feeling by drinking.
I guess. Or you know what I'm sure is going to happen today? I'm going to go to the doctor. It's going to be inconclusive. And then they're going to send me for a bunch of tests with a specialist. That's what I think is going to happen, which will freak me out even more.
So in honor of St. Patty's Day, we have a couple of Irish jokes. What does an Irish ghost drink on St. Patty's Day?
That's E. She's calling.
Okay. What's an Irish ghost drink on St. Patty's Day?
I don't know what.
Booze.
That's cute. Okay.
There's Elena. Hi, Elena.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. I miss you.
I miss you too.
Well, good. Now that we got that out of the way, happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, right?
So,
you start drinking, guys?
Maney has. I know you're shocked by that.
I did. I had a beer in the studio, but it was in our office, and I just wanted to celebrate today because it is Friday and it's St. Patty's Day. And then here in the U.S., we have what's called March Madness, Elena, with basketball all day. So it's going to be great. Just a great day.
Love it.
So just curious, since you're a friend of ours who lives in another country and you live in Italy, and a lot of people that live here in the United States are either Irish or Italian, have that descent. And so we're wondering, in Italy, is anybody wearing green today and saying Happy St. Patty's Day?
So, I would say no, not as common. In fact, like I was reading yesterday night because I show my friends that you guys do that and then you paint rivers green. So we actually
Chicago.
don't do any big like that. But in the big cities, you can find like St. Patrick festivals, or we have in Orvieto, there's a St. Patrick well.
Oh,
So
did not know
maybe
that.
St. Patrick what?
There's like
Well,
Oh, a well.
is that what
yeah. So there's the big city usually does, like, for example, in Milan now, there's a St. Patrick Festival that lasts a week, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you guys
But
celebrate
in
for a
little
week?
Town, yeah, probably. I mean, it's just an excuse to have, like, food trucks and, like, I don't know, heritage from Ireland. I don't know. I read about it that there's, like, folklore shows. So probably it's like their dances. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Americans just find any excuse to party and celebrate, but
Yeah.
Well-
yeah. I think it's the last few years that we start celebrating, but just in the big cities. Like, for example, where I live, to be honest, no. There's probably just one bar that does that because it's like that kind of Irish pub style.
Yeah, right. The Irish
But,
pubs will have
you know-
something going on.
Yeah.
So, but
And
like,
it's
so
just an
today,
excuse to sell gadgets.
like growing up in New Jersey, Elena, where there was a big Irish population and honestly a big Italian population, even if you were Italian, like you wore green to school. Mm-hmm. Like growing up, my mom would be
that's
like, "Don't forget to wear green."
we all have green on. And I called, and it's so funny, Elena, because I called Kiara this morning to talk to Cash because I gave him like a little.
Why are you gonna make Elena all sad?
I'm not. It's just funny because she'll appreciate this. But anyway, I put a couple like cookies in his bag for his teachers to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And when I called him to remind him, he didn't have green on. And I was like, Kiara, he's got to wear green today. It's St. Patrick's Day. And she was like, oh, well, let me go try to find something.
Yeah, no, it's not common. Yeah, if for example, you know that I've been a teacher, we don't do anything about St. Patrick's Day for kids at school, so it's not actually our
Okay.
our youth.
So,
Yeah, no.
the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was I have been watching your baseball team.
Oh yeah. Dallas told me that they're drinking espresso.
Yeah.
They have an espresso machine in the dugout, and Mike Piazza, who is the coach of the Italian baseball team, he said that the espresso's great, but they're drinking out of crappy paper cups.
Oh my God, yeah. So I think I saw a reel on Instagram that they were like cheering with an espresso. I was like, that was funny.
Was there any
was really
buzz
funny.
or any juice or anybody care about the Italy baseball team?
No, to be honest, no. If I wasn't for Dallas, I don't think I knew that we had a baseball team.
That's funny.
But in some other countries, it's a big deal. Like Great Britain hasn't had, a baseball team in a long time. I know Australia's crazy about their team, but Australia is another party country that looks for any reason to stay up till 4 a.m. and party.
And they play cricket in Australia, so I feel like
maybe you're right.
it's an easy transition.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, good point.
Unfortunately, like soccer for us is just like religion. Like Italy is like faith, like church, and then soccer. That's it. So we don't have like we can think about something else.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
Didn't you want to ask about the beans?
Yeah, I want to talk about the beans, but first I want to pronounce some of these guys' names.
Okay.
So unfortunately, the Italian team has already lost, but they actually played pretty well. They lost to Japan, and Japan's expected to win the whole thing. Vincenzo.
Okay, but there's actually Italian guys.
What's that?
It's actually Italian guys playing inside.
Yeah. So like each team, it's kind of like the Olympics, but just for baseball. So Italy made the tournament, and I'm going to read you some of the. So like a lot of them are American Italian, but like Alex Bassani, he was born in Italy. Matteo Bacci, he was born in Italy.
Matteo Bocci, okay, Bocce probably.
Claudio Scotti. Am I saying it?
Say it again.
Oh, listen to this guy, Niccolo Peniza.
Nicolò.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Niccolo Penazzi?
She doesn't know the last
yeah.
names unless it's like Johnson
No,
there.
but she
You know
knows
what
how
I mean?
to pronounce. She just told me that I was saying Niccolo wrong. Claudio Scudi.
I mean, I think that's Claudio.
Yeah,
the normal
it is.
One.
Alberto Minio.
Alberto.
Yeah, see, she says it so much better.
It does sound better coming from you.
Oh my gosh, look at these
Where's
names.
the Gambino kid?
Holy shit. One of the coaches, oh no. He's he's just a catcher. His name is Marcus Mastroboni.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love the names. What were you
Where
saying?
was the Giuseppe kid or what?
Oh yeah, Giuseppe. He played. I think he was born in America though.
But he had like a
Yeah,
really
because
Italian
I don't
name.
I don't think we have new people with names Giuseppe.
Giuseppe's kind of like an old school name.
Well, I mean, I guess you
Yeah,
would though if it was like the second or
Where
do you
is
guys
he?
do that? Do you guys name after like grandfathers or like dads?
Maybe, yes. It's more south than north.
Okay.
But, we don't have double names, so if it's going to be the first name, but sometimes it's because someone is dead.
But like if Joseph had a son and named his little boy Joseph Raymond Marola II, he would be a
no,
junior.
no.
Do you guys do that?
No, absolutely not. We have one name. Like some people has like a second name, like a middle name, but no, we don't have junior or like stuff like that.
So what would you do if it was a Joseph and then the son's name was Joseph? Joey? You just call him something different.
You call it something different. I tell you, like, usually you name your son or your daughter for your grandma or your granddad, but because they're not alive anymore. So you can use that name. So you're not going to have, like, Joseph, you're going to go to your granddad, Joseph. No.
Okay.
That's big in like other countries too. Is like one person names. Like Maradona was a soccer player, played for Napoli in Italy, by the way. I don't know if Elena, do you know that name?
I'm proud of you. You didn't say Naples.
Yeah.
Napoli.
Yeah.
Good documentary on.
I'm going to Napoli, actually.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to know more about it,
Let me
I will
just
be there.
Let me just real quick tell you this story because it's really cruel. Maradona is Argentinian and he played for Napoli in soccer, and they were typically pretty bad, and he brought them a lot of championships. The people of Napoli loved him because I guess the people in Italy, Napoli isn't like the best city.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's
they were
kinda
like
dangerous.
and they were like considered not one of the classiest cities. Okay. So he put them on the map. Listen to this screw job. Italy hosts, I want to say like the '88 World Cup.
Okay.
And the final is against Italy. Argentina against Italy in the Napoli Stadium.
Oh my gosh.
So this Maradona, who has brought Napoli all this fame, has now got to play against Italy in his stadium.
That's cool.
Who played? No, it was terrible.
Why?
Because like they were just like spitting at him and stuff.
Oh, well, that's because
they love their country more than they
because
love
it's
their soccer
Naples.
team.
Yeah.
You know, like the more they love his soccer team.
Yeah.
Good documentary on HBO Max. Go check that out. Before we get Elena out of here, our friend in Italy, we have to talk about espresso. What is the main difference between that and coffee?
I mean, well, you guys drink a big amount of coffee.
We do everything big.
I know.
We're so glutinous.
Which it can't be the same strongness as our little one, because if not, you I mean,
Your heart would
break.
explode.
Yeah. So we actually do like
bean
the
is
concentration of what you put with water, and you drink the venti.
Yeah, and it's
No, I think the bean is.
it's a smaller amount. And so you typically drink it after dinner, or does anybody have an espresso before they go to work like we do here in the States?
I mean, a normal person usually drink one in the morning, then
one after dinner.
sometimes one in the middle morning, but let's say a normal person, just one in the morning, one after lunch, and it's used to do it like after every meal, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tiny little cup. I love
Yeah.
it. I need an espresso cup in my life. You know what I like?
I'll bring you one. I have a million.
One.
I like the little one, and I also like the little wine glass. I think that's so cool. Like whenever you see like an authentic Italian meal or movie, it's a little glass on a little tiny table, two old Italian guys sitting there talking.
I'm not a fan of the small wine glass for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of cool looking. Do the Starbucks sell different coffee than we do here? Does your Starbucks sell different
Not a
coffee?
big thing there.
I think we don't have all the everything that you have, but for example, we have the pumpkin spice in fall, so yeah.
You
I
do?
think they-
That's not stopping Starbucks.
Basic bitch is international, baby.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, listen, if Loren ever gets her passport in order, maybe she'll come over there to Italy and bring us back some espresso from Italy for us to all try.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah, my passport's a disaster right now. It's a whole thing. I'll explain later.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, and happy St. Patty's Day to our friend in Italy.
Thank you for having me.
Love
You got it.
ya.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
There's Elena, everybody. All right. See you guys. Have a great St. Patty's Day weekend.
Bye. And bye.
We had 19 people watching. That's awesome. You got a title.